Good morning. Today we are going to talk about vertically opposite angles. What do we mean by vertically opposite angles? Let's see this question. Calculate the size of each angle. We have this model. Before you solve anything, please color each line with a different color. So I will color this line red and this line green. As you see, these two lines formed four different angles, but each two of them are opposite angles. The right angle is opposite to the left angle. Angle B is opposite to the 125, and the upper angle is opposite to the lower angle. Angle A is equal to the 70 degrees angle. Each two opposite angles are equal in measure. That's why A is equal to 70 and B is equal to 125. So if you have four angles are formed by two lines, it means that we have vertically opposite angles. If we have six angles formed by three lines, that means that we have also vertically opposite angles, and so on. If you have number of angles is double number of lines, that means that you have vertically opposite angles. Let's see another example. We have this model. What do we have to do first? Excellent. Use your highlighters or flamaster colors to give each line a different color. Now we can see the vertically opposite angles. The right is equal to the left and the upper is equal to the lower. Now I want to get the measure of each angle. So the easiest one here is angle D, because angle D is opposite to the 29 degrees angle. So D equals 29 degrees because they are opposite to each other. Now how to get measure of angle C and measure of angle E? Remember something, if we have a full turn angle, the total will be 360. And if we have any missing angle, if I want to get this missing angle, I will make the total minus all of what I have. So what do I have here? I have angle D and angle 29. So I will add 29 plus 29. This is angle D and the angle that's opposite to it. Both of them, they will give me 58. So to get the missing angles, C and E, I will make the total 360 minus all of what I have, minus the 58, it will give me 302. This 302 is for two angles, for C and E together. But take care of something, C and E are equal. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. So if I want to get measure of angle C by itself and measure of angle E by itself, I have to divide this 302 by 2. It will give me 151. So measure of angle C will be equal to 151 and measure of angle E will be equal also to 151. I will repeat again what I said. I have here two lines, the red line and the green line, and they are forming four angles. Each two opposite angles are equal in measure. The upper and the lower are equal, C and E are equal, the right and the left are equal, D and the 29 are equal. I need to get the measure of each angle here. I started by getting angle D because that was the easiest one. D is opposite to the 29, so measure of angle D will be equal to 29 degrees. Now I need to get measure of angle C and measure of angle E. What do I do to get them? The total angle here is 360 because that's a full turn angle. So to get the missing angles, I have to make the total minus what I have. So I will make 360 minus all of what I have. All of what I have is 29 and another 29. D and the angle that's opposite to it. So I will make 360 minus 58. It will give me 302. I will divide this number by 2 because I want C by itself and E by itself. And they are, of course, equal to each other. When I divide this number by 2, it will give me 151. So measure of angle C will be equal to 151 degrees, and measure of angle E also will be equal to 151 degrees. Now try by yourself to solve this example. Pause your video till you get the answer. You will do the same steps exactly as what we did in the previous example. You start by coloring the lines, each line with a different color. Now start to get the easiest angle. Where's the easiest angle here? Excellent, it's angle F, because the lower angle, F, is opposite to the upper angle, 118. So measure of angle F will be equal to 118 degrees. What about the other two angles, H and G? How to get the missing angles? Remember, you need to get the total minus all of what you have. What is the total here? The total here is 360. And what do you have? You have two angles. Each of them is 118. So add all of what you have and then subtract what you got from 360. Subtract what you got from the total. It will give you 124. This 124 is for two angles, H and G together. How to get each angle by itself? Divide this number by 2, it will give you 62. So measure of angle G is 62 and measure of angle H is also 62. Another example. Don't forget to color each line with a different color. Now I have 3 lines, blue, red and green. And as you see, the number of angles is double the number of lines. So we have opposite vertically angles. Okay, how to get the measure of each angle here? We will start with Q. As you see, angle Q is between the blue and the red lines. What else is between blue and red? Excellent, 111. That's why Q is equal to 111 because they are vertically opposite angles. Then look at R. R is between green and blue. What else is between green and blue? 35. That's why measure of angle R will be equal to 35 degrees. At the end, look at angle S. Angle S is between green and red. What else is between green and red? It's the 34. Okay. Try by yourself to get the measure of each angle here. Pause your video till you get the answer. At the beginning, you're going to color the lines, each line with a different color. Start with easy angles. As you see, measure of angle J here is equal to 90 degrees. J is between green and blue. And also, the right angle is between green and blue. What else is easy here? Angle L. Angle L is between green and red. What else is between green and red? Excellent, the 66. So measure of angle L will be equal to 66. Now we have two missing angles, I and K. How to get I and K? The same as what we said before. If I have missing angles, you're gonna use the total minus all of what you have. Okay, what do I have here? I have two angles, each of them is 90 degrees, and I have two other angles, each of them is 66 degrees. I will add all of these 4 angles. I got 312. Then subtract what you got from 360. It gave you 48. As you know, this 48 is for two angles together, I and K together. So to get each angle by itself, I have to divide this number by 2, which means that measure of angle I is 24 and measure of angle K is also 24. Now we're going to solve a challenging question. This is not gonna be in your homework, but keep it for your information. As we said, every time I'm going to color my lines with a different color, each line with a different color. Why didn't I color the last line? Because it's not continuing to the other side. I'm only coloring the lines that are having two sides, right and left, up and down, and so on. This line is having only one side, so I'm not going to color it. Where are the equal angles here, or where are the vertically opposite angles here? The easiest thing here is angle N. As you see, angle N is between blue and red to this side, and to the opposite side we have 58. And take care, to the other side up we're going to draw this green arc, and to the opposite side I'm going to draw the same green arc. We know that measure of angle N is equal to 58 degrees because these two angles are vertically opposite angles. What about the other two green arcs? Of course, they are going to be equal to each other. So, I'm going to get the two green arcs. As we know, to get any missing angle or arc, you're gonna add all of what you have and then you will subtract from the total. So I will add all of what I have, 58 and 58, it will give you 116. Subtract from the total, it will give you 244. This 244 is for both green arcs. So each green arc will be equal to 122. I just divided by 2. So let's look at the first green arc. The first green arc is 122, which means that measure of angle P is equal to 122. That's the first green arc. What about the second green arc? It's also equal to 122. But in this arc, we have two angles together. We have M and a right angle. So M plus the right angle, they will give me together the 122. Now, can I get measure of angle M? Yes, because I know that M plus 90 equal 122. So to get M by itself, just make 122 minus the 90. It will give you 32. And now we got all the missing angles. Thank you.